Hi everyone and welcome back. My name is Julie Din, your Customer Success Agent, and joined with me is my colleague Tim Lambert, our Technical Customer Success Manager. In today's session, we will be continuing on the coverage of bridge reportings, where all your analytics live. Frequently, Altura Learning's content must be updated to keep with the latest regulations. Now, when that happens, our members need to know how to report on historical learnings. Today, we will walk you through how to do that. With specific dates and specific filters, we can definitely do that. Walking you through that is Tim Lambert. Do you want to take it away, Tim?
I will. Thanks, Julie. Well, welcome again to another webinar, everyone. We're going to cover something that you've been asking for quite a bit, and finally, we're responding. So thank you to all those people who have made this suggestion for this webinar. Today, we're going to really show you how Bridge Analytics can easily report on retired content, we call it. These are courses that we've had in the past, which we've pulled out of circulation due to those changes that Julie mentioned, and which we sometimes need to have the historical learning data for whatever reason. So today, we'll go into the Bridge Analytics and we'll cover how to do it, and when you're done, you'll be an expert. Now, first thing you need to do is have access to Bridge and have author access as well, because you'll need to run these analytics reports. So after you've arranged access and logged in, please go to your leftmost menu and select Analytics from the menu. Then once you've done that, select the transcript dashboard, and you should see a screen like this with a banner saying transcript. Right? So once that's loaded for you, continue on by setting up the filters. These are filters that you're going to need to use to make sure that you have the right amount of data coming in. In the default setup, when you first load, for example, you're going to see that it's just showing the enrollment dates for the last 90 days. But because we're talking about historical learning data, we don't need that. We need to change that filter to display all data, which we call isAnytime in Bridge language. And so once we select that filter, we have a broader search that we're getting executed on the data. So that's the first of two filters that we'll do. We'll set up the filters, which are up at the top here. Then we'll run the update, and then we'll look at the preview pane to see if the data that we have below is suitable for what we want to do. Right? So once we've set the enrollment date, the next place we need to go is to the More filters. So you'll see, depending on how big your screen is and how it's adjusted, a box that says More plus 14. Click on that and you'll see a range of filters that you can use. And there's some good ones here, but we're going to focus primarily on one, which is a filter called Show Unaffiliated Learnables. And that's right here. And apologies to our members for the jargon here, but Show Unaffiliated Learnables is really show learnables from retired courses. And learnables are records, I guess, historical learning records. So this is set to no by a default, which means really when you run these reports, we're always excluding retired courses from that list of your completed learning. So just change that to from no, change the filter to adjust to unaffiliated only. And with that, you have everything you need to run your query. I'll hit the refresh button, and depending on how much data you've got in your system, you may have more or less time to wait before the report refreshes. As we can see here, there's a little progress button here and a circle indicating that the report is running. What we're looking for here really are courses that we know that aren't in circulation. So that may or may not be easy for you to uncover. As we see here down in our preview pane, we have a number of courses including infection control, workplace bullying and harassment that Julie and I know because we work with this content on a daily basis has been retired. So once you've confirmed that the data in the preview pane is what you need, then you're really done. If that's all that you're after, you can simply click to export the report via download, or you can even schedule it. Scheduling is good. Yeah, it's good because then if you forget what to do or what filters to use, then you simply have to do this. And if you don't run the report too often, you can change the duration from daily to perhaps, specific months or something like that, so that you can, only run it occasionally. And then the other thing, Julie, is perhaps you want to filter on one particular report for this historical learning. Maybe there's an audit or something going on and you need to show your compliance along a range of different courses on a similar topic. But the problem is, and here's a pro tip really, when you filter, you may want to filter on a title. The experts will pipe up and say, oh, well, that's right here, there's a filter for that. The only problem is this filter shows the current active courses. So when you click on this list, you can't find any equivalent course that's in the title section.
Makes sense.
So one of the ways to work around that might be simply just to copy the content in the title and then paste it into the learnable title filter. So I'm going to do that now just via keystroke, hitting my Control and my C, and that just copies it onto my clipboard for a Windows PC. And then click into the filter in the box and do a Control V, or you can right click and select paste. Now, due to my screen size being compacted, you may not have seen that quite straightforward, but you can see that it has pasted the results in there in the filter. And in doing that, I'm just narrowing it down to a smaller result set, and hopefully we'll see everything that we need to see for workplace bullying and harassment.
Yes, I definitely need to see that one. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, me too. So that title has come up in the report, and if you drag your column to the right, you can see that all the records in the preview pane match that. So that's the pro tip on how to get reporting for one single course on retired content. Now, since you've asked the question, we have another popular question that's related to this that we'll cover off in this section, and that is really how to deal with inactive courses. And inactive might not be a term that you use, but we'll just explain it to you and then you'll see why it's relevant. Right? So in Bridge, your most recent completion is the only thing you see when you run a report. So say, for example, Julie, you run a report and you see that I've completed infection control.
Right.
It won't show when I did it last year or the year before. Why can't I? Because it's an inactive course. So only your most recent enrollment is considered active.
Okay.
So once you know all of this, if you want to see, say, my learning history, perhaps I'm doing a review, you're my boss, and you want to see how many times I've taken a particular course over the years, because I'm not very good at my duty of care or whatever, then I can run a report, or you, more importantly, would run a report with the inactive filter. So jumping into Bridge, we have a similar exercise. Firstly, we change the enrollment date to is anytime. And having done that, we jump into our More filter again. So previously, we showed you how to go to unaffiliated learnables and set that accordingly. But now we're going to go down to the Show Inactive Enrollments, which is defaulted to No. And we're going to add yes to that. And that's really all you need to do. Once you hit the refresh button, you'll get a list of what everyone's done from the beginning of time.
Ooh.
And if it's for a particular course, or if you need to filter it again for a particular learner, you can do so with the learnable title and the learner name to get that data even more compact and specific to your needs.
Oh, that's perfect. That's great.
Yes, so we hope, thank you for the feedback again, members, and we hope that these tips are helpful for you. We've done 3 webinars so far on Bridge reporting, and we're always looking for more feedback. So again, reach out to us if you need further help.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for that, Tim. We definitely need to know how to report, and by the end of it, we're all going to be reporting ninjas, I'm telling you. Well, thank you for joining us again. Until next time, we will see you then. Bye.
Bye.